Yeah, hello guys. This is Tech iPhone Clinic. We have a tab that refuses to charge. Though it's charging, but it's not increasing. At times it will charge, at times it will not charge. So for us to correct this issue, we'll be using a diode to rectify the problem. This solution I'm about to share is majorly for China tab and other mobile China phone. So these are diodes. So the value of our diode, I'll be sharing it with you guys. So this, I've done my workings already. So I'll quickly explain how I did mine. So we'll be running a check on the tab now. So then I will be drawing a schematic diagram on how to work your diodes on your tab. So I'll be disconnecting my workings. So I'll start from ground zero. So I'm desoldering my connection of my diodes from the positive side of the battery connector. Then disconnect my negative also on the board. Just to start from ground zero from where I started. So the only thing I did is just to work the diodes. So I'll be plugging my charger. So my charger is being plugged in just to measure the voltage that is going in. So we'll be setting our testimeter on 20 volts. That is DC mode. You can see we have 4.20 volts. At times it's even stable now. Before, the IC do normally fail. At times the tab is going to charge. It's going to increase above a particular percentage, and at times it will discharge. So if you're having an issue like that, just knows your charging IC is failing. So it's even giving us a voltage that is stable, because before I worked the diodes, before I did the jumper setting on the board, it was giving me 4 volts. The voltage wasn't stable. So it's giving me 4.20, that is 4.20 volts. Then at times it will go back to 2.3 points. So it's not that stable, 2.3 points and thereabout. You can see the voltage is not that stable. At times it will increase, at times it will not increase. So I'll be dropping my testimeter for us to start the calculation. The value of the diode will be determined. Hope you can see my working. My workings rather. And I have extra diode I'll be using for the measurement of the diode, just to know the capacity or value of the diode. So I have a spare diode. The one on the tab is the same thing on my table right now. So we'll be setting our testimeter on diode mode, not on resistor mode. So it will be on diode mode. Diode mode is the same thing as our buzzer mode. You can see we have 385. The value of this diode is 385. So if you want to do this kind of working, you can look for a diode with the value of 385. I'll be writing it on my booklet on the desk. This is my diode. I'm trying to draw my diode so you guys can see. Value of 385. Then diode has two sides. It has the cathode and the anode. That is the positive and negative side. And we all know that a diode is a component that moves in one direction, that allows current to flow in one direction. So it does not move in forward bias. That's what I mean. It does not move in backward bias. So it's forward bias. Like I said before, a diode flows in one direction, not the other way around. So you have to get the lines on top of the diode. That's the side of the cathode, and the other side is the anode. Actually, that's the basic principle of the diode, positive and negative. But what we'll be using it here is just on the positive side of the battery connector. So the one I'm drawing now is the battery connector. Our battery connector, we all know that the battery connector has two connectors, which is the positive and negative. And we'll be drawing our charging port. This diagram is just to help you. It's just to give you direction on how to go about your fixing of the diodes on the phone, on the tab. And we all know that a charging port has configuration also. We have the positive and negative side. Then we have data plus, and we have data minus. The data minus is always close to the positive side of the charging port, and the positive side of the charging port carries 5 volts. If you plug in your charger, it carries 5 volts. So the 5 volts will be going to the anode of the diode. So the diode will now pass it forward. Like I said before, I said your diode moves in forward direction, not backward direction. So your diode is going to step down the 5 volts either to 4.98 volts or 4.5 volts. So you can now run a jumper wire from the other side of the diode to the battery connector, the positive side of the battery connector. So that is what you'll be doing. So this working is tested, 100% tested and working. So this is what we'll do. If you watch my previous video I did on Tecno B1P, this is the same diagram I used to solve a problem on charging or increasing. So you can see my diodes. So I'll be connecting those wires back. I'll be connecting them back so you guys could see. So I'll be connecting my diode, the cable of my diode also. That's the jumper wire on the positive side of the battery connector. So let's test now if it's going to work or not, if it's going to increase.